Relax. You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem. Relax. There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever. Too slow. Quit following me. Too slow. Quit following me. Too slow.
Greetings! Welcome to the Citadel of Regzar. Would you be interested in taking on some commissions?
Are there any easy jobs where we can earn loads of mora for just standing around? Oh, better yet, for just sitting around? That's the kind of task we're...
We don't currently have any commissions like that. However, I do have some relatively simple requests from residents that will pay...
Really? That's all? That isn't nearly enough for Paimon. Yeah, Effendi, are there any high-paying commissions available?
Ah, I see. Let me think. Spontamod recently initiated a research project on the ley lines and is looking for paid volunteers. There are several researchers in Spontamod who specialize in studying ley lines, so there is a great demand for ley lines data. Researchers often need to enter domains to investigate ley line disorders. They have been understaffed for some time, even after recruiting a good number of their own students. So, now they've turned to recruiting large numbers of volunteers. They offer substantial pay, but they also have strict requirements for the quality of the volunteers. Are you interested? Yes, let's walk through the recruitment process. First of all, are you proficient with one or more types of weapon? Very good. How's your understanding of elements? Are you capable of using elemental powers? Alright, I'll put you down as the traveler, right? Okay, I've finished the registration. I'll be coordinating the necessary supplies and payments for volunteers later. You'll have to find Gafoor for more details about the job. However, he has an important visitor today, so I don't think he'll be in the academia. According to the standard protocol for receiving visitors, he will most likely bring the visitor to the Puspa Cafe. You can go there and talk to him when his time with the visitor has finished. He sounded like he was in quite the rush to recruit volunteers when he contacted me, but now he's showing a visitor around. Seriously, who could be so important?
Too slow.
Do you still remember what the coffee's like here?
Of course. How could I forget? It used to be my go-to drink here. Listen, Gafoor. I suppose I should call you Professor Gafoor now. We're old acquaintances, so how about we stop beating around the bush, First you wanted to catch up, and now the coffee. If you have something to say, just say it.
Oh, that's Gafoor! He's the one we're searching for. But he seems to be busy talking with someone else. Maybe we should wait for them to finish.
Oh, well, it's nothing really. It's just that ever since you left the academia, our original projects and plans have lost their backbone, so to speak. Cyrus is also disappointed. He's always valued you as a proud disciple. To be honest, it's a real shame that you left the academia, Lisa. With your wisdom and intellect, had you stayed in the academia, you would have become a Herbad by now.
Hold on. That's Lisa! The librarian Lisa! Our Lisa! Paimon heard that Lisa had studied at the academia before, but that was a long time ago. What's Lisa doing here now?
If I'm reading the situation right, you're reminiscing about the past to convince me to come back, aren't you?
Well, I heard that you're currently the librarian for the Knights of Favonius in Mondstadt. If you ask me, that's a tragic waste of your talents. Why waste your time and energy on something as trivial as taking care of a library? Your time is much more valuable than that. If you're willing to come back to the academia, I have plenty of projects for you to preside over right away. The academia needs people right now, and some of these projects are quite important.
Yawn. So all this talk is to convince me to come back. I'm guessing Professor Cyrus doesn't know that you're talking to me about this.
As a matter of fact, he has long wanted you to come back and work at the academia.
Is that so? You know, Professor Gafoor, it isn't a good idea to lie to people. Our teacher knows exactly why I left the academia after only 2 years. He would never ask me to come back. Giving up my life in Mondstadt and returning to the academia as a Spontamod researcher. The price of seeking wisdom is no longer something I'm willing to pay. So please, don't bother trying to get me to come back.
Wow! So Lisa used to be a Spontamod researcher? Paimon's never heard her mention it before.
Besides, taking care of a library is important work. I've never considered it a waste of my time. Wisdom is hidden in every corner of the world. Never underestimate wisdom, no matter how small it may appear. That's what our teacher always said. A good scholar wouldn't overlook the small details, Gafoor. I'm sorry. I'm still not used to calling you Professor. Nevertheless, the underlying meaning of what you just said is simply wrong. And there's one other detail you probably haven't noticed. 2 people have been eavesdropping on us for quite a while now. Is there anything we can help you two with?
Hello, Lisa?
Well, if it isn't you two. Long time no see, cutie. Paimon.
Excuse me, but what business do you two have here?
Well, actually, we're here to participate in a research project on ley lines for Spontamod. We just finished registering with Effendi.
A research project on ley lines? Oh, darling, you haven't joined the academia, have you?
Right. Effendi told us a research project is looking for paid volunteers. That's what we came to see Gafoor about.
Paid volunteers? Gafoor, is the academia really that understaffed? Or are there projects that insist on the use of outsiders?
No, the paid volunteers are for a conventional project to monitor the ley lines. All operations follow the prescribed safety protocols. We rely on a lot of manpower to collect the data. There's no way around it now. But if only you would agree to come back and preside over some matters, we wouldn't have to go through all this nonsense.
If memory serves me right, collecting ley lines data requires investigators to go deep into domains, which can be dangerous.
We've seen our fair share of combat since leaving Mondstadt. Exploring a domain is like a walk in the park, Dad.
It's been so long now. I can only imagine what wonderful stories you have to share.
So there's nothing to worry about.
Since you two are here to apply for the project, then please wait a moment while I talk to Lisa.
I'm sorry, Gafoor. My answer is still no.
Aren't you even a little bit interested?
I have never regretted my decision to leave the academia. And I don't think that will change in the future.
I thought after all this time you would have a different answer. But you're still as obstinate as ever, Lisa. You've made yourself clear. I'll only make a fool of myself if I keep insisting. In that case, I still have unfinished business to take care of, so I'll take my leave. See you at the Darshan reunion in a few days.
Yes. Don't worry. I'll be there on time.
As for you two, please come see me later in the Mautiima forest when you're free. We'll need your help with the volunteer work. Oh, and one last thing, Lisa.
Yes?
I wish you the best of luck in Mondstadt.
Thank you. Well then, cuties, now that the recruiter is gone, we can sit down and have a good chat. Much has been happening within the academia, and Gafoor is paving the way for his future.
By the way, Lisa, what brought you to Sumeru? Are the nights okay with you being gone?
Of course. Jean gave me an extended paid vacation. It's rare that I get any time off, so I thought to myself, why not go on a trip and relax a little? I don't know how much of our conversation you heard, but I studied in the Spontamod Darshan at the academia for 2 years. But instead of staying at the academia after graduation, I went back to Mondstadt to become the librarian for the Knights of Favonius.
So that's why you came to Sumeru, right? To walk around and meet with your old friends and teachers.
You'd like to know, wouldn't you? Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt if I told you. After all, it was ages ago. If anything, it all boils down to a difference in philosophy. When I first came to the academia, Professor Cyrus really appreciated my work and invited me to participate in several major projects. But most of those projects ended in failure. To be honest, they went too far trying to achieve wisdom beyond mortal understanding, so failure was only to be expected. I didn't want any part of that lunacy, so I left. Anyway, now that I told you, make sure you keep it between us.
Sounds like you've experienced a lot.
I don't wish to return to the academia, even if Professor Cyrus came to ask me personally. Rather than conducting experiments day and night, I'm much more suited for working hours that start after 10 a.m., with regular afternoon tea every day.
Oh, Lisa chose to be a librarian because she doesn't want to deal with hassles all the time.
I prefer to take things at my own pace when it comes to tiring tasks like a job. And besides, being able to take regular vacations is also really important. It's a pity I didn't even have time to visit that child in Gandharvaville yet. Gafoor found me just after I arrived in Sumeru. Speaking of which, what about you two? What brings my favorite cuties to Sumeru? I see. Even I didn't expect them to be so bent on their pursuit, wanting to even surpass the gods. Sounds like you were involved in some remarkable events again, and I was completely unaware. And to think you were even able to handle a crisis of that magnitude. Cutie, your abilities are really beyond measure. Having accomplished such a feat, I'm sure you must have a lot on your plate right now. I was actually thinking about inviting you two to walk around Sumeru with... What a pity. It's very rare for us to meet like this. Oh, then would you like to spend some time with me, darling? That would be wonderful. I plan to spend the next few days visiting around Sumeru City. At the end of my stay, I'll leave from Gandharvaville and return to Mondstadt via Liyue. Who knows? Perhaps we'll bump into each other again in Sumeru City or Gandharvaville. Come to think of it, there's something romantic about such a chance encounter like this. It's like icing on the cake for this little vacation of mine. If you see me around, be sure to come and say hello. Otherwise, I might start feeling lonely.
There you are. Looks like you two are ready. Very well. Let me inform you of some... Spontamod has been involved with the ley lines for a long time, and it's imperative that their current is constantly monitored. This research project was also organized to help meet this demand. However, because abnormal fluctuations often occur in Sumeru domains, we must regularly send people deep into various domains to record the situation with the ley lines. Since it's often dangerous inside the domains, we've established a rule of only dispatching personnel with combat capabilities. It'll be your task to go into the domain and record any ley line anomalies. However, if you encounter any danger, please prioritize your safety. Well, those are all the necessary details. When you're ready, you may enter the domain.
There is no escape! Shine down!
Here you are.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Scatter! How bold!
I'm going in!
You're toast!
The process of elimination.
Wretched vermin!
Spark things up a little.
Everyone hold hands! The Temple of Wisdom!
Deflect!
Stay put!
Illusion shattered! Everybody stand back! Torn to oblivion!
Commit it to memory.
Submit for judgment.
Make yourselves at home.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Eat this!
Flicker. A process of elimination.
Surrendering, Legion.
Scatter.
The wind rises. Bow your head.
Don't be scared!
no escape!
Ah!
Mirror Blade!
Inazuma shines eternal!
The process of elimination.
Illusion shattered!
You, Blade, you're up!
One with my blade! But how? Submit for judgment!
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Scatter.
Don't be scared! Go get it, you again!
Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
From whence you came! Barely a scratch.
Torn to oblivion!
Flicker. The process of elimination.
Stay put!
Illusion shattered!
I'm going in! You're toast!
Now you shall perish! There is no escape!
Everybody stand back!
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Dragon, it's the cup!
Illusion shattered!
Hey, go away! Don't be scared! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered!
Everybody stand back! Go get it, Uruguay! Uruguay, you're up!
Torn to oblivion!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Insolent!
Let's light it up! Off we go! That's gonna hurt in the morning!
Shine down!
Everybody stand back!
Now you shall perish! up a little. Come a little close.
Everybody stand back! Share my knowledge!
The wind rising. You're dead. Ha! Ah! Yeah!
I see everything!
Gotcha!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Unsightly insects.
You're in for a little shock.
Let's light it up! This may hurt a little.
Squall and fury. Gosh, that's far enough.
Make yourselves at home! Everybody stand back!
How amusing.
Roll! Let's light it up!
Know your place.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence. Relax.
A new punching bag. Take that!
Off we go! Illusion shattered! Let's light it up!
Squall Fury!
There is no escape!
Take my
Shine down! Off we go! There is no escape! Illusion shattered!
need more.
Shine down!
Behold! Squall and Fury. The wind rises.
That's close
You
enough.
are not welcome here.
I'm going in!
Torn to oblivion!
How regret.
Quit following me. Squall and Fury.
Your journey ends here.
Behold! Search for it! Search for it!
Lord of Sand.
There
Your
is no escape.
sacrifice is ready.
Cry louder! The wind rises.
The golden slumber.
Illusion shattered!
Teamwork is triple!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Behold! Upon the gale. Submit for judgment. A touch of frost. The wind rises. How amusing. You dare to gaze upon me?
There is no escape!
You need to hurry up.
Illusion shattered!
Everybody stand back!
Torn to oblivion!
Squall and Fury. Too slow. Unnecessary. There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
following me. Too slow.
Prepare yourself.
Swift and merciful. Spirit blade.
Behold!
There is no escape!
A touch of frost.
That's far enough!
Can't run from death.
Let's finish this, swiftly.
No excuse for slacking!
No mercy!
Verdict is...
My work finished.
Mirror images disperse like water. I can do it. Mercy!
This will be interesting. Cool it!
This body belongs to ice and snow.
You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem. Relax. There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever. Quit following me. Relax. There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence. Relax. There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever. Relax. There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
Jenny's adventure team, assemble! Or not.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Oh, ow! Where'd that come from?
Too slow.
Adventure time!
Quit following me.
Oh, ow!
Squall and Fury.
Illusion shattered! Let's light it up!
Sight me insects.
Cry louder!
Step aside.
Too slow. Unsight me insects.
No! Detached from the world.
Behold. Wretched vermin. That's far enough. Squall and Fury.
Everybody stand back! Let's light it up!
Too slow.
prom. Benny's adventure team, assemble!
Relax.
The neighboring nation of Leroy has the most prosperous commercial port in all. I'll host an expedition of the Adventurers Guild.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem.
You're also here for Monsters One.
Relax.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
Ancient alchemy truly is fascinating.
Relax. Quit following me. Too slow. The wind rises. Quit following me.
Hello, we're here too.
Hello? Did I hear you correctly? Hello? Huh. And I suppose you think that you can simply strut up here and greet me in such an ignoble and vulgar manner? Given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. I'll have you know that you are speaking with the Schubert Lawrence, a blood descendant of the magnanimous nobility. If you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully. Such nonchalant manners are inadmissible and will never do. Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will get down on your knees, apologize for your negligent actions, and give me a proper introduction. That is the appropriate etiquette.
That's etiquette? Paimon's never heard of something so complicated before.
In former times, when people knew their place and respected traditions, such conduct was only basic courtesy when greeting a nobleman. And neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping. But look at the world now. Rules have been thrown to the wayside and manners forgotten. I cannot bear to see such degradation. What did you say? You dare question the dignity of the nobility? I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are looking for a chance to restore our rightful honor. Just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. I, however, strive to retain the elegance and etiquette of the nobility. After all, we are of a completely different breed by birth. Save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. I have nothing to discuss with the likes of you. Besides, I am in no way obligated to instruct commoners on basic courtesies. Now I have more pressing matters to attend to. I'll take my leave.
So this is what Master G meant by difficult to get along with. Let's head back and talk things over with her.
Well, if it isn't the honorary knight! I'm just on my way out to gather some intel. I didn't expect to run into you here. Huh? Judging by your expression, you must have run into some trouble.
Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment, but things seem to have run aground for the moment.
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out as planned. Even I can't guarantee useful intel every time I'm dispatched. You just have to keep at it and never give up. Hey, why don't you let me try to help? What's the problem?
Master Jean asked us to build a connection with someone named Schubert Lawrence. But it turns out that he's a peculiar character that doesn't listen to anyone, especially Paimon.
Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess, he said you didn't have any manners. I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a time. The Lawrence clan can be very particular about such things.
You mean everyone in the Lawrence clan is just a big headache?
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. I understand their thinking, but that's just not how things are anymore. However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan, my good buddy, Eula.
Buddy?
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th Company. Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. She has her own beliefs and it shows. In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and conventions of her family. However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrences. I'm sure you'll see what I mean if you meet her.
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan, then why would Master Jean choose us for the task? Couldn't she just ask Eula?
Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan has frowned upon the fact that Eula joined the Knights. Her family members don't particularly care for her. In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family. She's very easy to get along with. Just explain the situation, and I'm sure she'll help you come up with a way to get along with Schubert. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning. You should be able to find her around Stormbear Mountains.
Thanks, Amber. All right, you heard her. Let's go find Eula.
Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to investigate.
Who would have guessed the Knights have a member of the Lawrence clan? Well, if you want to learn about the conduct of the Lawrence clan, who better to ask than one of their own family members?
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
Oh, that doesn't sound very good.
Doing here? Is that why Eula was sent on patrol here? Let's fight first and talk later!
Illusion shattered!
I'm going in!
Now you shall perish!
Squall Fury!
Looks like I went too far. You need a hurry.
There is no escape!
Stay right there.
You don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? Do you have any idea how long I've been tracking these targets? And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
What?
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting the Fatui. Not only that, you are making quick work of them too. If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the credit. Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number of Fatui at once can be dangerous.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what you mean, but thanks for your concern.
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safety of my arch-enemies?
Arch-enemies? Wait a minute! You were saying how glad you were that we were unscathed a second ago!
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort 2 strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back to Mondstadt. Which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble. My vengeance would be swifter still.
Huh? So that's how you see all this?
Yes, that's me.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange, although at least we can communicate with her.
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by normal standards. Speaking of which, how do you know my name?
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of unceremonious. And speaking of rude, we're trying to investigate an aristocrat named Schubert Lawrence. He's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing to speak with us.
I understand now. That's my uncle, all right. But why do you mean to investigate him? I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of me. I will have vengeance for this too.
No. This is an assignment from Master Jean. It's just an investigation, that's all.
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum. It's natural for rumors and unwarranted gossip to lead to such suspicion.
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless rulers of Old Mondstadt.
Oh, so that's what you think of me? Yet another transgression to avenge.
But, didn't you say it first? Oh.
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3 causes for vengeance. It's been a while since I've encountered anyone as interesting as you. I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan. Only then will you finally be able to communicate with my uncle, correct?
That's right. Amber told us to come and talk to you.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in Mondstadt. We'll require other people. We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment, and Amber's the one who recommended me, I should comply.
Paimon's confused. Still, Paimon has met bigger weirdos before.
You finally arrived. There's no time to spare, so we'll begin with our first lesson.
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first. Otherwise it'll keep bugging us.
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you're the ones who can't let things go. Don't worry, there's a time and place for exacting vengeance. Besides, I'm not in the mood for any right now. Best save it for later.
You need to be in the right mood for vengeance.
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Even if I wanted to begin now, I'd have to start in the right order. Who knows how long it will be before I get to you?
Well, if you have so much to take care of, wouldn't it just be easier to give us a clean slate?
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless ruler, and suspecting my uncle. All worthy of vengeance in my eyes. But you needn't worry, at least not whilst we're investigating this matter. I'm sure you're familiar with the phrase, a man of moral integrity fears no slanderous attack. If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then any such investigation will prove fruitless. But if he did commit a wrongful act, then he should bear the full punishment. I'm sure you understand. Good. Now, there are 2 key points that aristocrats attach great importance to. Your manner of speech and your bearing. Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very unique way of carrying conversation, even with mundane daily topics.
Oh, Paimon's already learned some unique Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Not even close. And besides, it sounds strange.
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! And didn't you say not to call others strange? It seems you don't respect the rules of your own clan.
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. Here, allow me to demonstrate. For example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn, so do I greet you, my dear friend."
As the morning dew does what now?
However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours.
Also, the party with whom you're speaking must be of approximately the same status as you. Morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value, yet also suggests that friendship between aristocrats is pure like water. Oh, no. You must be prudent with your words. Calling someone a good friend could easily offend them.
But didn't you just say my dear friend in your example? Paimon's confused.
Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, dear friend is a set phrase that can only be used towards certain friends with whom one is acquainted, but not particularly close. It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So, another thing to remember. Aristocrats are concerned with face and being polite. However, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberately trying to estrange them. This is only the first step in making a greeting. After addressing one another, you then exchange courtesies.
Wait! This is all too abstract. Perhaps it would be better if you gave some real-life demonstrations.
Very well. Come with me. We'll choose some bystanders to converse with.
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan, right? This can't be good.
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility... What comes next? Oh, right. By solemnly kneeling to the ground with utmost sincerity.
Huh? I can't make heads or tails of anything you're saying.
Hold on. What did they always teach me? Whenever a dispute arises, protection of your family's prestige and dignity always takes precedence. Got it. As a lowly commoner, you shall maintain absolute reverence when speaking with those under which you so graciously toil. How dare you speak in such a manner?
Is everyone from the Lawrence clan so strange? The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do, just beat it. Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing to say to any member of the Lawrence clan. And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking too closely with any one of their like in Mondstadt. If that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself if we talk any longer.
Hey! Don't leave! Halt! Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Wow, the Lawrence name really does carry a terrible reputation.
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much. Let's find someone else.
Too slow.
You there, lowly toiler. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. I have words for you. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility, and solemnly kneel to the ground with utmost sincerity. Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom, I must wait until you kneel completely before I can say the next words. Right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll be drawing more attention to our difference in status. Oh dear, I've already stared at you for quite a while. Fine. You may spare yourself the formality of kneeling, as it may be a little inconvenient. I shall continue. Oh, wait. I think there's a line for people with rude attitudes in this situation.
Hey! Stop bothering me or else I might say something you wouldn't like to hear. Then again, I've got no words for anyone from the Lawrence clan.
Again? What's with this attitude?
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep grandstanding like this, the outcome won't be good. I'll remember your unwillingness to comply. Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Quit following me.
You there, lowly worker.
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answer's always the same. We've got nothing to say to the likes of you. I mean, seriously, can't you just take a hint?
Please calm down. We don't want to cause any trouble.
I know she's a Knight of Favonius, and that the Knights wouldn't misplace their trust, but the name Lawrence carries too much weight with it. Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are still scheming to reclaim Mondstadt and reinstate their aristocratic rule. And if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using their awkward way of speaking just to put on an act? Don't you care for the feelings of us ordinary folk?
You have a point. But mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here, I may be no match for you, but I'll be sure to lodge a complaint with the Knights of Favonius. I'm sorry, but I want her to understand that I'm serious. Listen here, if you don't want things to get more unpleasant, then you'd better just stop.
Forget it. There's no point in quarreling any further. Let's go. It's all right. This happens quite often. Let's find someone else to talk to.
Paimon thinks we've seen enough now. Let's just stop. Actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to demonstrate for us. We had no idea the feelings between the Lawrence clan and the people of Mondstadt were so bitter.
What can we do? The Lawrence name is already a dirty word among every household in Mondstadt. Even 3-year-olds know the story. I see this kind of attitude all the time. Don't worry. What with me being a Knight of Favonius, they're usually willing to speak a few words with me. Perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today. Believe me, it's not a big issue.
So this is the way things are normally for you? There's no need for them to direct their anger at you personally.
That's the way things are. Perhaps it's just fate for those who have made mistakes. Accepting punishment is only fair, right? But when your family has committed atrocities, I'm afraid there's no easy path to reconciliation. As memories are carried in the city breeze, the faults of such grievances are passed from one generation to the next. It is now my turn to bear this burden. At least I have a means of living a relatively normal life compared to the elders of my family. I have nothing to be discontented about.
Yeah, why were you so willing to try and demonstrate for us?
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will not escape my vengeance either. Let's leave it at that. Just think of it as something I like to do. But unfortunately, you probably didn't learn much from those conversations. It seems we have no other choice but to find more people to talk to.
No need! Besides, the Traveler's pretty sharp, and nothing gets in our way on an adventure. Paimon thinks we got the gist of it now. Right? Right? We'll just have to roll with it for now. Let's just keep Eula from getting anyone else riled up.
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. You're already halfway toward mastering aristocratic conduct. A proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than anything else. It stems from their taste for refinement. But we must also practice your bearing. I have a very effective way of training for this. Come with me to Dragonspine.
Fundamentally speaking, there's little difference between snow and rain, yet people lavish praise only upon the former. fate can be truly arbitrary.
It's so cold. Does aristocrat training really need to be done here?
If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, you must learn to remain composed and elegant even amidst harsh conditions. For example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is quite difficult to traverse. But a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly proceed forward, but do so without a stain on their garment and their elegance fully intact.
Paimon thinks we've left the realm of aristocrats and entered the realm of adventuring. Compared to what we've already seen, this should be a piece of cake. Uh-huh. This is where you can finally apply some of your...
You look pretty all right, let's get started. Remember, you must be graceful and elegant. Don't get That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings. No need to worry. Head back to the starting point and try again. It'll be difficult remember, you...
Squall Fury!
That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings. No need to worry. Head back to the starting point and try again. It'll be difficult remember, you... That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings. No need to worry. Head back to the starting point and try again. It'll be difficult. Remember, you must be... That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings. No need to worry. Head back to the starting point and try again. It'll be difficult remember, you... That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings. No need to worry. Head back to the starting point and try again. It'll be difficult at... Remember, you... That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings. No need to worry. Head back to the starting point and try again. Adventure time!
Ow! Where did that come from? Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me. Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Or not. Let's go find some treasure! Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Or not. No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on, let's go! Let's go find some treasure! Ow! Where did that come from? Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me. Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Or not. Where did that come from? Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Or not. No one's joined me on an adventure in ages. Come on, let's go! Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Or not. Let's go find some treasure! Oh, ow! Where did that come from? Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me. Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Or not. Benny's Adventure Team, assemble! Or not. Wow! Where did that come from? Weather's not bad today. Oh, crud. I jinxed it. Now it's bound to rain.
The wind rises. Hup. Squall fury. Behold! Quit following me.
Illusion shattered!
Everybody stand back!
Torn to oblivion! Shine down!
Forth, my blade! From whence you came! The wind rises.
Illusion shattered!
I'm going in!
Now you shall perish!
Let's go find some treasure.
Behold!
following me.
There is no escape! Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Illusion shattered!
Squall and Fury.
There is no escape!
Illusion shattered!
The wind rises.
Ad Astra Abyssa. Thank you for completing. Ad Astra Abyssa.
It's been getting busy. Come take a look.
Fundamentally speaking, there's little difference between snow and rain, yet people lavish praise only upon the former. blade. Attack! One with my blade.
Shine down!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Now you shall perish!
Yeah, think you can get away?
There is no escape!
Adventure time!
I'm going in!
Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
Time for takeoff. Everybody stand back! Let's light it up!
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down!
Yahoo!
Forth, my blade. Submit for judgment.
There is no escape!
I'm going in!
Now you shall perish!
Here we go! Think you can get away?
Illusion shattered! Shine down!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Torn to oblivion!
You're toast!
Squall and fury. Unsightly insects.
Illusion shattered!
I'm going in!
Inazuma shines eternal!
The wind rises.
There is no escape!
Everybody stand back! Let's...
Now you shall perish!
Behold. Bow your head.
Shine down!
Off we go!
There is no escape!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Eat this!
Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
Everybody stand back!
Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Cry louder.
Illusion shattered! Illusion shattered!
Hold the line! Torrent, bring refuge!
There is no escape!
Allow me!
Now you shall perish!
Invisible evidence! The room!
Illusion shattered!
Billowing surge! Diana special!
Inazuma shines eternal!
You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem. There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation. Too slow. Fundamentally speaking, there's little difference between snow and rain, yet people lavish praise only upon the former. Fate can be truly arbitrary. Relax. You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem.
It'll be difficult at first, but the key is to remain patient. Let's try again. Remember, you must be elegant. Don't get knocked or launched into the air.
Behold!
Too slow.
Not bad. A lot better than I had anticipated, at least.
Paimon almost didn't make it through. Good thing we didn't get stuck. So, are we aristocrats now?
Don't flatter yourselves. We've only just begun. This scenario was relatively simple. In the face of a real battle, one would seldom have a chance to stop and evaluate the situation. There's a ley line monolith just up ahead that will attract nearby monsters. True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swiftly make decisions in the heat of battle. My family set only the highest Let's proceed.
Let's light it up!
This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting. That would be most unsightly.
Stand back!
You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
Let's light it up!
Illusion shattered!
The wind rises.
Well done. Your performance was most impressive. And you managed to remain calm even in these grueling dragonspine surroundings. I'm starting to wonder if even I could have done the same. Given such an outstanding performance, it seems there is little left for me to teach you.
Like Paimon said, adventuring is our specialty. So, that's it for our training, right? Then let's get out of Dragonspine before Paimon turns into a popsicle.
Hold on. I was commending the Traveler's performance just now. You, on the other hand, seem to have made no progress at all.
What? You mean Paimon was also part of the training?
Yes, of course. You were frantically flying and dashing about throughout the entire thing. Not an elegant sight at all. Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
Hey! That's not true! Paimon was just focusing on you the whole time!
Whatever the reason, not heeding my instructions. A cause for vengeance, perhaps. Now, drink this.
Huh? What is it? Are you trying to poison Paimon?
Certainly not. It's warm milk. Didn't you just say that you were freezing? Drink it and it'll help warm you up.
Oh, thank you. Are you still planning on the whole vengeance thing?
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? If you turned into a Paimon popsicle, that would ruin my plans for vengeance now, wouldn't it? So, dear friend, don't die on me out here.
Ah! Paimon knew something was off!
All in the name of vengeance. No need to thank me. Now then, given that your training is complete, it's time we return to Mondstadt. Our last step will be preparing a cordial gift to present to my uncle when you meet him. I already have something in mind. Let's pay Sarah a visit at Good Hunter.
Quit following me.
Oh, hey, Eula. I see you've met the honorary knight.
We meet again, Amber! Seems we're just bound to run into you these days.
Well, I just got back and was thinking about grabbing a bite at Good Hunter. But now that you're here, why don't we all eat together?
Very well. It's been some time since we've last shared a meal together. Come, take a seat. We can discuss my uncle's gift while we eat.
Yes? Is there something else you'd like to order?
Could you please prepare a serving of my uncle's favorite, gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut? We'll take it as a gift to him later.
Coming right up. It'll take some time to prepare. I'll have it here at the counter once it's ready.
Hold on a moment. Is this satisfying salad also something that Amber ordered?
No, she didn't order it. But because she didn't order any vegetables, I thought I'd throw in a salad on the house. You know, to contrast all the meat dishes.
So, we clearly didn't order this, yet you prepared it without authorization. Mark my words, this transgression will not go unnoticed.
You're gonna take revenge on her for giving us a free salad?
You should know me by now. That's the kind of villainous character I am. Well then, please wait a moment while I get the dish for your uncle started.
Delicious unauthorized delicacies. Sarah will pay for this.
Why would you choose gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut as a gift for your uncle? Paimon's never even heard that dish before.
This dish isn't actually on Good Hunter's menu. Only long-standing patrons such as my uncle would know about the dish. The old aristocrat seemed to take a liking to it.
Because of the sour flavor of the sauerkraut, not too many people are fond of it these days. I guess it's become less popular over time. Eula treated me to the dish once, and I couldn't even finish a bite. I've nicknamed it gebratenes Fleisch mit Vengeance ever since. Ugh.
I never expected us to have such completely different tastes in food. If I weren't in such a good mood, I'd say that constitutes grounds for transgression. Of course not. It's hard to find someone in Mondstadt that attracts contempt as much as she does.
It's fine when you're just joking between us, but I'm afraid our honorary knight might misunderstand you. Eula's always talking about vengeance, but that's just how she is. It's nothing you should take too seriously.
But I am serious, and I'll remember every transgression committed against me. Ugh, it's no wonder so many people dislike you.
Paimon's starting to realize that Eula is actually a very good person. There's no need to be so awkward when you want to say something nice.
Listen, you've never been labeled as a social pariah, have you?
Well, no?
So that's why you wouldn't understand how hard it is for a bad person to try to be good. It's impossible for me, and I have no intention of acting like a good person. All right, no need to look so sullen. I'm just kidding. Come on, let's eat. The food is getting cold.
Oh, I'm stuffed. I'll see Sarah about the bill.
No need. I've left the mora under the plate. If you try to settle it with her in person, she won't accept payment for the salad. Don't underestimate my ability to exact revenge. Sarah won't get the upper hand this time. All right, Next, you should pay my uncle a visit. He has a small camp at the top of the mountain near Springvale. He usually whiles his time away there when there's nothing else to do.
Aren't you coming?
I'm afraid that wouldn't be very convenient for me. It'd be better if you two went alone. Ah, yes. Please do remember to pick—
I still have more recon to do in the wilderness.
Let's meet again.
Here, the Gebratenes Fleischmitz sauerkraut is ready to go. Be sure to eat it while it's hot, otherwise the flavor will be spoiled. And by the way, don't worry too much when Eula says strange things. She's actually a very good person.
Paimon's been meaning to ask. No one could stand the sight of Eula when she was trying to speak with the others in Mondstadt earlier. But she seemed to get along fine with you and Amber just now. What's up with that?
The people of Mondstadt don't take kindly to anyone bearing the Lawrence name. They are unable to see past her family, therefore they don't actually see Eula for herself. So no matter what Eula tries to do, it's seen as a wrongdoing. It essentially strips the meaning of anything she tries to accomplish.
How come you're able to see Eula differently then?
Well, when she joined the Knights of Favonius, it caused quite an uproar. Many people signed a petition demanding that the Knights reverse their decision. At the same time, numerous members of the Lawrence clan crowded the entrance of the Knights of Favonius headquarters, clamoring for Eula to give an explanation.
Whoa, so both sides were unhappy.
That's right. So you can imagine how determined Eula must have been under such circumstances. But thanks to Grandmaster Varka and the unwavering attitudes of others in the Knights of Favonius, they were able to quell the unrest. Tensions still remain beneath the surface, I'm afraid. In the eyes of the people, she's a stain on the Knights of Favonius, and in the eyes of the Lawrence clan, she's a disgrace to her family. But she simply fulfills her duty as a knight, silently helping one person after another, myself included. People like Eula should be approached with care and understanding. She could stand to be treated a little more fairly. I believe a day will come when things will get better.
Once everything's settled, we should go talk to Eula again. Paimon thinks we know how to communicate with her now.
I'm glad. I think that would make her very happy, though she might not ever admit it. Take care. Please.
Behold! The wind rises. Too slow. Quit following me.
Shine down!
Spirit Blade! Attack! One with my blade!
Torn to oblivion!
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
There is no escaping!
Behold! Wretched vermin! The wind rises. Take it and have fun.
this be another aristocratic custom?
Ah, it's you again. I thought I had rid myself of you two. Magnanimous. Yes, indeed, that is true. Very well. I'm certainly not one to be narrow-minded. I'll overlook your previous misconduct for now and listen to what you have to say.
Wow, this guy thinks so highly of himself.
It appears I have misjudged you. Supreme brilliance. The glory of the nobility that continues to this day. A true loyalist. Impressive. My intentions were to test your humility. It appears you have become well-versed in our etiquette.
Oh, so he was testing us. Sheesh, what an ordeal.
Your conduct is satisfactory. I must say, such progress in such a short time is practically unfathomable. If I may ask, from whence did you learn such a civilized manner of speech? Ah, good. Very good. You are bright, and compared with the common folk of Mondstadt, you certainly have potential. If you were of aristocratic blood, your prospects would be promising indeed.
By the way, we brought a gift. Paimon means we would like to present you with a small token of our goodwill.
Huh? Could this be? Gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut? It's evident that your sentiment is genuine. As a young person nowadays, only with no small effort could you achieve such. It's been so long since I dug into a big, tasty... I beg your pardon. What I mean to say is, since it's nearly mealtime... Ah, yes, this aroma, just as I remember it. And this exquisite sour...
Now even Paimon's starting to wonder what it tastes like.
I acknowledge your genuine goodwill. Such sincerity must certainly imply that you come bearing a request. Wait, so you've come to know of this, too? It was meant to be a family secret. Well, considering your meticulous etiquette, you must be a talent of unusual fortitude. I'm willing to place my full trust in you. Please, come with me. We happen to be in need of competent fellows like yourself. To see some friends from a distant land. They have offered their assistance in...
So he trusts us solely based on your etiquette.
Well then, let's get going, shall we? You'll understand everything.
Do you think his friends are the Fatui? Things will get sticky if the Fatui happen to
Swollen Fury! Too slow.
Huh? Why have you put on a mask all of a sudden? Even if they are powerful, our status is much higher than theirs in the land of Mondstadt, and therefore we shouldn't allow them to admire our true faces so easily. I see.
Good thinking. Paimon thought for sure they'd recognize us.
Let's proceed, shall we? I'll introduce you as my guest. As you'll see in a moment, there are many already helping us. I heard that this area had already been purged once by the Knights of Favonius, but it's the only place around Mondstadt that is well concealed and spacious enough. Although it has fallen into disrepair and does not suit the tastes of the nobility, we simply have to make do for now.
Sorry, can we walk any faster?
Of course not. An aristocrat always moves with grace in his steps. Moving hurriedly is unacceptable.
As expected, it's the Fatilli!
As expected?
Because we always see them around the city. They must be very powerful.
Huh. Nothing more than foreign ruffians with power and the ability to flaunt it. But they are favorable business partners.
Hold it right there! Who's this?
If you really must know, they're my guests. If you happen to offend them in even the slightest, then you will be held accountable by the Lawrence clan.
But this matter is of utmost secrecy. We must exercise caution.
You dare question the ways of a nobleman? I don't have time for this. Make way.
No need to sound all high and mighty like that. Fine. You may proceed.
You're with us. They don't dare to question you.
Of course. That is the benefit of prestige. In past times, it would be a dire offense to speak to a nobleman in such a manner. We could determine a person's fate with the blink of an eye. Huh. And such glory will return to me again before long.
Where have I seen this person before? And who, may I ask, is this? We mustn't bring just anyone in here.
This is our new ally that I've recently met. They are completely trustworthy. You have the word of the Lawrence clan.
Our plans are strictly confidential. It's not wise to bring in an outsider at this time. Furthermore, there's been word that an outlander who joined the Knights of Favonius has been very active in Mondstadt recently.
Don't be ridiculous. Besides, my guest is well versed in the etiquette of the nobility. I must treat them with the proper mutual respect. The Knights of Favonius pay no regard to such details. They could never understand the intricacies of our etiquette.
And what about this thing?
You mean Paimon?
Enough! You dare question my word? Need I remind you who it is who has made your activity in Mondstadt possible? Without the support of the Lawrence clan, you would have all been driven out by the Knights of Favonius like dogs. You must immediately offer your sincerest apologies to my friend. You've offended their honor.
Fine. I'll take your word and make no further inquiries. Now, to the matter at hand. Did you bring the diagram of Mondstadt's defenses as promised?
Oh, so that's what's...
Yes, of course.
Let me see. Why is it so poor?
Excuse me? I'll have you know that I went to great lengths to carefully draw this map by hand myself. That shape is the symbol of the Knights of Favonius.
I see. Crew.
Of course, you needn't worry about that. Don't forget what we agreed upon. The flag of the Lawrence clan will fly above the Knights of Favonius headquarters. The rights to that building, as well as the whole of Mondstadt, belong to the...
Yes, we will both profit from this agreement. There's no use haggling over the detail. We will make good use of the intel you provided. Also, be certain not to divulge our identity. There would be diplomatic consequence.
Don't worry, this matter is only between you and I. And my new friend here. No one else. Once this is over, I shall stand atop the Favonius headquarters and rebuke their pathetic rule over Mondstadt. Then, the city and all its people will once again be under the rightful and unwavering rule of the Lawrence clan. Perfect. Just as it once was, and just as it should be.
May I remind you once again that we mustn't act rashly.
Very well.
Huh? What are you doing?
That's right! It's the honorary knight and their trusty companion, Paimon! We're here to...
So this was all just a ploy?
It's your own fault! Who would put so much trust in someone based purely on their manners?
After so much planning, this is how it ends? Huh! We'll see about that!
Just as I expected. I knew I should have no matter. We already have the...
They're running off in different directions! Paimon remembers that this place is a dead end. Let's take care of the Fatui first and then deal with Gilbert later.
Looks like I...
Shine down!
went too far.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Get out of here! Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered!
This quickly!
Try louder!
The door is open! Let's go! Is that Eula?
Don't touch me! Get out of my way! I'll leave on my own!
It seems we finally caught up with you. This place... Oh, it's you. It seems your investigation went well.
Aha! I see now! So you're the one that taught them our etiquette. Furthermore, there is a rule in our family. Such...
Ah, yes. Rings a bell. So what? I had no reason not to teach them.
You have brought shame to our family.
I know that you poured great efforts into these plans, Uncle. But you were well aware that it was not the right thing to do.
Knight of Favonias? Let's get one thing straight. I am your uncle. You still have a chance. Defeat every Knight of Favonia. Then I shall plead with the family to...
So just to be clear, you want a...
I shall say this one last time. The blood of the Lawrence clan...
Since when have I ever complied with the will of the...
Why?
If anyone should be angry, it should be me. Had you ever stopped to consider the trouble it would bring to so many people? Had you considered how many enemies you would make trying to keep the plans under wraps?
You dare...
That's right. In the name of the family that you so dearly revere, Uncle Schubert. I've never experienced the age of glory you always speak of. And I've never understood our family's incessant but I am capable of discerning right from wrong. And I deeply understand what freedom means to the people of Mondstadt. The Lawrence clan should never and will never become what you've dreamed it to be.
Oh, the disgrace of it all!
Things are starting to get pretty hysterical here.
That's enough fuss for today. You two, take him away. The honorary... Given that you've already taken action, I assume you've come across some conclusive evidence?
Paimon took a peek at their diagram. Your uncle had mapped out all of the Knight's patrol routes and marked out...
And there was me thinking that he was just another elder of the family. And a lazy one at that. I never suspected he could stoop this low. Let's discuss this later. More speed. More speed.
They're here! Stop them!
Beg for mercy.
Shine down! Let's light it up!
Collect myself.
Illusion shattered! I'm going in!
Torn to oblivion!
From whence you came, a touch of frost.
Must kill them. The loneliness of death.
speed. Eye for an eye. There is no escape.
You can't run. Well, neither can I. Sure to get careless.
Illusion shattered.
Behold! Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
Shine down!
Use this first! You can't
Let's
run.
light it up!
Neither can I. Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Can't run!
Inazuma shines eternal!
The wind rises.
Too far! Got to work!
Illusion shattered!
You need a hurry!
Off we go!
Must
Adventure time!
This was well done!
Submit for justice.
Hurry up!
Wretched vermin. Squall and fury.
Fortunate fault. Thanks.
There is no escape! Let's light it up! I'm going in! Rack and ruin! Freeze to the core! Illusion shattered! Off we go! There is no escape! Let's light it up!
This quickly!
Everybody stand back! Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
The wind rises. How amusing.
Shine down!
Spirit Blade, attack!
This isn't good.
search for? Quit following me.
I guess there's no other option but to fight! You dare provoke me! Fatui, come forth and dispose of them!
There is no escape!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Prepare your sword!
Absurd! Illusion shattered!
Let's light it up!
The wind rises.
Run from death.
This must be it. But without my uncle as their puppet, there'd be no use in them attacking.
The Fatui wouldn't have relied on—
True. But if their plan had hinged purely on taking Mondstadt by force, as opposed to with the help of a puppet, the Fatui are dishonest, but they wouldn't go as far as to start an open war. Their opposition wouldn't just be Mondstadt alone. Anyway, I'll inform the acting Grandmaster. She'll know how to handle things from here.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because you stole my targets by attacking the Fatui I'd been tracking earlier. I came to exact my vengeance. You tried to do my job for me, and I'm—
Finally, after all this time, in reality, you sensed that something might happen to us during our investigation. You were worried about us and your uncle, so you brought a team to take a look.
My purpose was vengeance. Don't twist the story. You don't look too bright, but it turns out you have a knack, and mark my words, I'll remember that.
Hey, what do you mean, Pipe?
You have seeded a deep enmity between us. Even if you were to be completely destroyed, I would never forget you.
Bring it on!
I like your fighting spirit. I'll take this diagram back to the Knights of Favonius and take it from here.
Sure. Well, see you around.
That you will. And make sure not to steal my targets next time.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
Everything's ready. Let's go.
The Abyss Order. Enemies of the human race. Even the underground networks rarely come across any information on them. With that said, it was a bit of a hassle, but I managed to dig up a few clues.
Really? That quickly? You really are well connected, Master D. Luke.
Come to think of it, Mr. Big Animo God Barbados.
How do I put it? The Seven, as people know, each Archon presides over their own part of Teyvat. Only in performing this duty, go forth and
Jean, maybe some...
however it may have come, without a doubt, I am now the weakest Archon among the Seven. Aw.
Oh, such a hump. We have tracked the Abyss Mage to the vicinity of the
I cannot stress enough how important it is to not let it
くだらない。
燃えろ！
消えろ。無能。行くぞ。
もちろん。
くらえ！これは、アビスの魔術師を倒した後、何かエネルギーが散らばった。このエネルギーは、僕とトワリンのつながりを根絶させるためのものみたいだ。風流廃墟を知っているか？うん。モンドのみんなは、きっと知ってると思うんだ。今のトワリンは、その廃墟を巣にしている。モンドの周りを封鎖する暴風のように、廃墟の入り口にも特殊な障壁。でも今、アビスの魔術師から散ったエネルギーを使うことで、魔力の織りなす韻律を僕は読み取ることができる。その韻律は、ヒルチャールの合唱より耳障りだけど、それでも暴風の障壁を突破して、風流廃墟の内部に行くには十分だ。
つまり、トワリンに正面から挑むのか。僕は異論ないが、戦いを回避したいと言っているのは。
いや、選択肢がない以上、私がその責任を背負う。もし、トワリンの討伐が唯一の救いの道で
大丈夫。まだその段階までは行ってないよ。
ん？
ウェンティ殿。
つまり、本当の切り札は、旅人だよ。
旅人が？
もちろん、君の戦力にも期待してるよ。でも君は、もっと貴重な能力を持っているんだ。涙の結晶にあった不純物とトワリンを取り巻く呪いは、同じ類の。だからさ。
幻遊野郎、それは危ないだろう。トワリンが激怒した時のことを思い出してみろ。動く前にトワリンに食われるぞ。
面白い計画だ。
私も共に行くぞ、栄誉騎士。
敵は、アビスの怪物と竜。いや、
人間にだって人間の本気がある。
よし、英雄の詩編もいよいよ決戦の章だ。
行くぞ。
くらえ、みんなは俺が守れ。
グリエロ、くだらない。逃がされ。へっyeへった行くぞ。
歌よ錦となれ。
冒険だ冒険、燃えろ。
逃がさね。役に立つならそれでいい。風よ。くらえ。これらの使い道はまあいい。
金吾。
てやこうせ。燃えろ。やはっ、まるで奇跡だ。くらえ。よし、出発だ。燃えろ。塵となれ。
無駄だ。
せや雨描きがたし。
行くぞ。
暴風の障壁だ。うわあ、もしこれに巻き込まれたら怪我じゃ済まないぞ。
僕に任せて。今は普通のライヤーしかないけど、これくらいの風の障壁なら天空を使うまでもない。